damaging to destructive winds, thunderstorms and large waves that continue to impact southwest Western Australia today and tomorrow before the system moves into southern and southeastern parts of the country. Over the past 24 hours, a trough and cold front have moved onshore into southwest Western Australia, bringing very damaging winds as well as heavy rainfall. We've seen gusts up to 117 kilometres per hour at Cape Leeuwin, 109 kilometres per hour at Busselton, and rainfall totals 51 millimetres at Busselton and 44 millimetres at Manjimup. A severe weather warning is current for much of the southwest land division. Through the middle of the day, we continue to see a risk through western parts here of damaging winds. But we are expecting a second, stronger pulse of damaging to destructive winds to reach southwestern parts this afternoon and lasting through to this evening and early hours of tomorrow. We could see some destructive wind gusts up to 130 kilometres per hour southwest of a line from about Lancelin to Albany. Now tomorrow morning, those conditions will start to ease from the west and damaging winds will continue to move east as the low continues east. We still have the risk of showers and thunderstorm activity. Severe thunderstorms are possible through the far southwest today, with the risk of severe storms with damaging to destructive winds as well as some isolated tornadoes south of Bunbury. That risk of severe storms with damaging winds persists into tomorrow south of Perth. So what's driving this severe weather through Western Australia? We have a cold front which continues to track towards eastern parts of the state, followed by this second trough moving in, bringing that pulse of stronger damaging to destructive wind gusts from this afternoon. Now these systems are both associated with this low pressure. Now this low pressure system is particularly deep. It has a centre around 980 hectopascals. This only occurs once every few years on average. Large waves are also being seen with this system, with some waves offshore above 8 metres. Now those large waves will continue to track east as the low pressure system moves into the bight tomorrow. We're also seeing some abnormally high tides, which we've seen with high tide this morning. Now those high tides will continue along the south coast of the country over the next few days. After that, this low pressure system will move into the bight as well as this cold front moving through South Australia and into Victoria, New South Wales and Tasmania through Monday and Tuesday. That means that our windy conditions as well as shower and thunderstorm activities will track through the southern and southeastern parts of the country over the next few days. We have issued a number of severe weather warnings, starting with South Australia, where a warning is current for damaging winds. Now, those damaging wind gusts could develop from tomorrow afternoon through southern parts, including the Flinders Ranges, and that risk does include the Adelaide area. Now, for Victoria, damaging winds are possible tomorrow afternoon about the Otways and the Central Ranges, and then extending out through the Eastern Ranges in the evening. Now, although we haven't yet issued a warning for New South Wales, those damaging winds could extend into southern parts of New South Wales, particularly about elevated parts from early on Tuesday. Gusty thunderstorms will continue to track east with this system, with the risk of severe thunderstorms and damaging winds through southern parts of South Australia tomorrow, including through Adelaide. Now that risk persists through southern parts of South Australia into the early hours of Tuesday, but thunderstorms will then continue east, moving into Victoria and New South Wales. Now, with such a significant system, we are looking at impacts to communities, including damage to property and trees down. We're also seeing power lines down, which can lead to power outages. Now, in terms of these coastal hazards as well, dangerous surf and coastal erosion, and those high tides are leading to the inundation of low-lying coastal areas. Now, with this weather continuing to unfold over the next few days, please continue to stay up to date with our forecasts and warnings via the Bureau's website, app or social media. Bye for now.